born, my mother looked at me, looked at the afterbirth, and screamed, twins. I mean, it was just, yes. The doctor looked at me and said, she's not done yet, and shoved me back in.
Now, one of the things that I love about rap now is these microphones that rappers have that they're using.
I don't know if you've heard this thing, paging Dr. Grossman to surgery, Dr. Grossman to surgery.
I was dating for a while a dentist. Did you ever date a dentist? You have champagne, you drink. I was dating a proctologist. I never shook his hand goodnight, let me tell you. We'd go for drinks, he'd go bottoms up.
I used to wander around in the woods when I was a kid, because my parents would put me there, and I'd find petrified wood, and I'd think to myself, what could have scared these trees so badly? Maybe a dinosaur lifting his leg, I guess that was scary.
I was dating a football player. We would get into an elevator, he would press the buttons, he would look for gum. We once went into a department store. He saw a sign that said wet floor. He did.
You ask the people why they have the deer heads on the wall, they always say because it's such a beautiful animal. There you go. You know, I think my mother's attractive, but I have photographs of her. She had great legs, too. They're in the next room. Come on.
I had a very easy birth, okay? I was walking down Fifth Avenue and look who's here on a leash. I'll call you Spot. We'll go to Schraff's. But what was difficult was my pregnancy. I carried so big when my water broke, my dog drowned.
They say laughter is the best medicine, especially if you don't have health insurance.
Step out of the car with your hands in the air. Wave them around like you just don't care.
I hate older men, too. Oh, with the balls on the ground, come on. Oh. They try to look neat, they tuck them into their socks.
Stupid injuries are just harmless, like, you know, you're thinking, what could happen? You know, it's like you're worried about your breath, so you try to open a pack of gum with a corkscrew. That's always like, next thing you know, you're worried about the difference between a vein and an artery. And so last night, I was watching TV. It wasn't turned on, I was just staring at it.
Look good. In education, I spit on education. No man will ever put his hand up your dress looking for a library card. Remember that.
So I remember one time I was coming home from kindergarten. Well, they told me it was kindergarten. I found out later I'd been working in a factory for 2 years. Joker, joker, joker. You know. So it's good for a kid to know how to make gloves, though, at that age, I think. You need to know.
And fake orgasm, that's the trick. You go, ooh, 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 ooh. First of all, for gay men, it's very easy. You just spit in the guy's back. But easiest part.
You walk up to an elevator, someone's already there, they're waiting, they've pushed the button is lit, we walk up. Obviously didn't push it correctly, I'll have to push it myself. And then someone else walks up and they push the button, you're like, you idiot, I pushed it, he pushed it. Can you believe people?
I'm dating now, can you imagine at this age? I think you're having trouble at 25, try this age. One guy gave me a hickey, he left his teeth in my neck.
Aren't people stupid? Not us, it's the others. You ever notice? Whenever you're with someone, they taste something that tastes bad, they always want you to taste it immediately. That's disgusting, taste it. Taste how bad it is, though.
I love old people because they forget. Have I had lunch yet? Yes! 3 weeks ago. You'll be having a perfectly lovely dinner and suddenly the man will look up and go, you're not my wife.
I don't know why people need to carry so many things. Where are you going that you need a Sharpie and a ball of yarn and a Red Bull at the same time? If you're at a slumber party at Martha Stewart's house or something like that. Just once, and that's why I had to have those things.
Bodies drop, that's another thing. But look at this, if I were not wearing a bra, without a bra, I get up in the morning, this is how I walk to the bathroom. It's just...
Because usually when we do something stupid, we will do something else stupid just to cover for that stupid act, and then end up looking even stupider. Like, you know, you could be walking down the street, feeling pretty good, feeling, you know, like you're a pretty cool person, in a good mood, just walking out. It just takes one little pebble. It just sucks the coolness right out of you, you know?
I hate those thin bitches. Does the tampon make me look fat? I just hate that. Oh, like I'm a racist. Yeah, right. Let me tell you, I don't give a shit if you're white or black or yellow or green as long as you can do my hair.
That whole fitness thing runs in my family, though, I think. That my grandmother started walking 5 miles a day when she was 60. She's 97 today, and we don't know where the hell she is.
Vaginas drop. I woke up 3 weeks ago. I looked down. I said, why am I wearing a bunny slipper? It is... And why is it gray?
I see the Us magazine that says stars are just like us. We're not. We're stars. We don't have to look in our rearview mirrors. We can just change lanes whenever we want. And we can keep library books out as long as we want. I'm kidding. We don't read.
You look good, look good, look good. You don't cook and you don't clean. I don't even buy household products. The first time I saw blue water in the toilet, I figured a Smurf's peed. I don't want to know.
Well, now I have to write a show, so I thought, what do I want to say? What do I want to talk about? So I sat down at my desk, and I was staring at my desk, and I thought, wow, that's dusty.
I don't mind a fart that's noisy if you know it's coming. Because, no. Because then you can cover it with sound. Did I ever show you how I tap dance, tap dance, tap dance, tap dance, tap dance?
Maybe if I put music on, it'd be more inspiring. So I went over to the cabinet where I keep all my CDs. Meatloaf was next to the Cranberries, which I thought it'd be funny one night to organize it by food when I was drunk. The Doors and the Carpenters and Nine Inch Nails were together.
My daughter Melissa loves me, loves me, loves me. A lot of you have trouble with your daughters, not me. We speak to each other every single day, and every single day she says the same thing. How'd you get this number?
It was a simpler time back then. We were so easily entertained. We would watch anything. We would watch a flying nun. We'd watch a talking horse. We are so much more sophisticated now, watching people eat bugs and marry strangers for money.
My wedding night, I had never seen a naked man before. I cannot tell you. He said, I'm going to blow in your ear. I said, use a Kleenex. I don't know what I'm like in bed. My husband never said I wasn't good, but I could tell. Once I said to him, why don't you call out my name while we're making love? He said, I don't want to wake you up.
All the commercials on television now are for antidepressants, for Prozac or Paxil, and they get you right away. Are you sad? Do you get stressed? Do you have anxiety? Yes. Yes, I have all those things. I'm alive.
My wedding night, do you know what it's like? I came out of the bathroom. He went into shock. He said, let me help you with the buttons. I said, I am naked.
Still to come is an asteroid headed towards Earth. But first, where to find the cheesiest pizza in town? Also, a disturbing new study finds that studies are disturbing.
At 60, you start to fart, and you don't lose your sense of smell till you're 70. So, those 10 years are lonely years, let me tell you.
We used to have breath mints. Now we have breath strips. They just dissolve on our tongue for us. How lazy. Can we not suck anymore?
English people are just so much more reserved. You say to an American, your mother died. And she hated the old bitch. You say to an English woman, your mother died. Who got her shoes?
You ever been running for an elevator and there's somebody in there and they see you running and they just stand there just... like they don't want you to make it. It's awkward when you do make it, isn't it? You didn't think I'd make it, did you? Well, I did.
Too much Botox is tough, but there's a doctor in New York named Dr. Pat Wexler, and she does everybody's Botox. She had a 50th birthday party, and everybody is walking in. They say, I am not a patient. Now they bring out the birthday cake, and the doctor says, everybody, help me blow out the candles. They couldn't.
People don't understand the definition of kidding, you know? Like you tell somebody something sad, that my dog of 17 years just died. You're kidding. No. As funny as that is, I'm not.
How many of you hire old people? You take grandma because she's shaking a little bit and you throw her away. Just because she's shaking, I put a piece of silver in this hand, I put a rag in this hand, and I let the old biddy go.
Sometimes I think the fashion designers are just trying to see what they can get away with, you know? They come up with some of these things and I'm just looking at them. Like I'm talking about the sarong or the sari, which is the same thing, I think. And if not, I'm sarong and sorry. But
What month are you?
8.5.
8.5. Oh, your first?
Yes.
Are you gonna nurse?
I want to. I hope to.
Oh, God, why? You're not from Beverly Hills, then, are you? No, Beverly Hills, the women don't nurse because kids are allergic to plastic.
Every rapper loves rapping about how great they are. They say things in their song, I'm the greatest rapper of all time, ain't nobody better than me. And you never hear a rapper saying, I'm pretty good at this, still learning, but getting there, baby steps, yo, you know?
I have a gynecologist who does jokes. Dr. Schwartz, at your cervix. I'm dilated to meet you. Say ah. There are my car keys.
Batteries are packaged like they never want you to get in there. So you're just slashing with scissors or a knife. That's how you have to get into anything now. All the packaging now is like that. Have you tried to buy scissors? You need scissors to get into scissors. What if you're buying them for the first time? How are you supposed to get in there?
What good does education do you? You're a woman. Does it do you any good? Now that you're married, what good? I'm a philosophy major. What good does philosophy do me now? I can go to the butcher, prove the meat doesn't exist. What good? What good?
The sink, it has to see your hands first underneath. It decides how much water you need also. It gives you a certain portion. You don't know how much you're going to get, so you're like a little raccoon under there. Just...
My kid was giving me trouble. She was a year old, never opened her mouth. Do you know what that does to a mother? And I was scared. I went to the doctor. I said, the kid isn't talking. He said, hold back something she wants desperately, like food. The kid was down to 4 pounds. Finally, she spoke. She said, call me a cop.
If somebody's waving to you, and you know you don't know them, but you wave back anyway.
My parents hated me, okay? All I ever heard growing up is, why can't you be like your cousin Sheila? Why can't you be like your cousin Sheila? Sheila had died at birth.
Have you called information lately? It's like talking to your grandma. It's like, Grandma, I got married. Did you say I'm getting buried? No, Grandma, I said I got married. Oh, who's the lucky man? Never mind. Do you have a minute? Oh, they're going to take a lot more than that. I promise you. I suggest you keep a packet of ketchup from a restaurant. You steal those cats, and then before they get on a roll, you squeeze it and scream, I've been shot, and then run.